Just like with other mini blocks, I'm leading the discussion. By all means, you have something of value to add, chime in with it. This one's slippery slope shit, because I'm gonna talk street fight philosophy. I'm not talking MMA match, I'm talking street fight, right? Most of us who do any fighting are emotionally attached to a style. And if you know anything about Bruce Lee, then you shouldn't be emotionally attached to a style, right? People ask me all the time, hey, what's the best style? I'm like, fuck, I don't know, bro, whatever one you're good at, whatever one you could do. As we stated at the beginning of this morning, just because we have a gun doesn't mean we're armed. The mind is the final weapon, all else is supplemental. And I believe that a confrontation is going to go physical way before it's going to go lethal. Because the best way to get out of a bad situation is not to get there in the first place. We want to avoid. When we were doing the MMA at the unit, I held my own pretty good. I would jack guys up with high kicks and fancy stuff. And then one day I am fighting a fighter, a professional boxer. He was professional before he came in the Army, and boop, lights out. 3 weeks later, I'm fighting another professional boxer, and boop, lights out again. So I went back to ground level and started nothing but back to footwork and hands. My opinion, where do I start in combatives? I say, man, if you can, find a good boxing gym, because there's certain intangibles that you learn from boxing. Spontaneity, non-telegraphic motion, fear management, zone awareness. Those are huge, right? When it comes to physical confrontation, spontaneity, non-telegraphic motion, zone awareness, fear management, whatever order, it doesn't matter. And if it's a good boxing gym, you're gonna spar with somebody a lot better than you. Because if you fight with somebody on your own level, it just turns into an ass-kicking contest. You're learning nothing. You're getting tougher, but you're learning nothing. Dan, the gym owner, asked me, hey, Matt, can you teach me some stuff? And there was a sense of urgency in his voice. And I said, yeah, bro, what is your sense of urgency? What's this need? He goes, well, you know my daughter. You've got a teenage daughter. I said, yeah. He says, there's this dude coming around. He's a gangbanger. He's bigger than I am. He's been aggressive toward me. I said, well, shit. Yes, Dan. When do you think you're going to confront him again? He goes, tonight. Come on up here, Steve. I said, I'm gonna teach you something. And basically all this is tactical deception, is all it is. Number one, I told Dan, stay out of this guy's zone. Stay out of the zone. I said, this is no good. I'm not gonna do anything. I saw that foot twitch there. This is no good, because I do not know what's in this body. I do not know what's in that. He could be a sociopath with no training, but he will jack me up, because he's got fear management. He does not care. So stay out of the zone. Stay out of the zone, and then I taught him police interview stance. How many LEOs, ex-LEOs? So police interview stance. You know, if you watch a lot of good cops who are on the street a lot, when they're talking to somebody, they're about this distance right here, and they're like this, so it's disarming. So their arms are protecting their sides, their arms are protecting their equipment, and this is, it's non-aggressive posture, non-aggressive, you know, gesticulation. So I said, do that, because now you're in a fighting stance too. And if he can't see that I'm in a fighting stance, he deserves to get his ass kicked. But talk to him and then read that body language, like bladed, right? Bladed, that's a sign. He's bladed off right there. He's ready to throw some. Even more so if fists were clenched, even more so, right? So that's aggressive. So read that body language and stay out of the zone. And then I said, if you see that, I want you to do this, Dan. I want you to make it, shift your verbiage and make an obvious step to the left. Look, I'm sure we could work this out. Just an obvious step. So number one, what did that do to him? Right, changes his focus, disrupted his OODA loop, right? Took him off his primary plan of attack, whatever that may be. Additionally, it put a bug in his head, because predator, prey, right now. But now I just shifted, right? Predator, prey. Because I put a bug in his head saying, what does that guy know? And do I want to know what he knows? Because that predator doesn't want to take easy prey. It's a semicircle. I'm staying the same distance from him. I'm not backing up, because that's defeat. emboldening. So I want to make sure I stay the same distance. Look, I'm sure we could work this out. So Dan went home that night. He came back the next day full of piss and vinegar with this anecdote that took like 7 freaking minutes. And I'm going, oakley dokley. And he finally gets to the end. He said, yeah, man, his fist would clench and all that stuff. And I did that thing, you know, that step. I said, yeah, what happened? He goes, the guy went like this. You know what that is right there, right? That's submission. Hooks in. I said, Dan, you kicked his ass. He goes, yeah, I know. Without throwing up, yeah, man, that's all it is. So that's the first thing I teach anybody is, you know, you avoid, but don't, you know, retreat initially. You know, if that tactical deception could fuck him up, why not? But we don't want to get in that guy's zone. We don't want to close the gap, and we don't want to retreat. Closing the gap, that's aggression and could embolden him. And plus, what can I do from there, you know, and what can he do from there? So I gotta be real careful about that.